What is up, financial family? It's your boy Financial Ebooks. I'm back again with another video. So the topic that I'll be discussing in this video today is in regards to why the United States is entering into communism and socialism. The one thing that you have to understand is that at the end of the day, the reason the United States is entering into communism and socialism is because the United States Federal Reserve keeps printing more money, which is devaluing the currency and is also decreasing the purchasing power of all Americans, of all people that are using the dollar bill, right? Whether it's the $1 bill, $5 bill, $20 bill, $10 bill, or $100 bill, even $50 bills, right? All of the currency is being debauched, all of the currency is being devalued. You have to understand that the more money that is being printed, it is causing inflation rates to increase while the dollar value decreases. And as the dollar value decreases, the United States and the world is also putting themselves in a deeper hole to be able to pay back all the debt that they owe. So as they cannot pay back the debt that they owe, they're going to switch over to digital currencies. The United States is known as the Fed coin, right? But you also have stuff like the yuan coin, the peso coin, the pound coin, right? So in reference to the United States is going to be forming the Fed coin, right? Which is basically going to be a digital coin or digital currency that the United States is going to be able to give to everybody in the United States, right? So in that situation, as a form of socialism. Why is it socialism? Because the United States is going to be able to control how much money they're giving to every single person, and they're going to make sure and work towards it, giving every single person an equal share of the money supply in order to be able to ration it, right? So that's how the United States is moving more towards socialism. So ensuring equality for every single American, which defeats the purpose of capitalism, right? Because capitalism basically ensures that an American, whether they're average or above average, that has the mindset of success, that person can go and achieve success, and they can make more money than someone who's not at that same mindset, someone that's not at that same level when it comes to achieving success, right? And it doesn't even matter. It can be in stocks, bonds, ETFs, real estate, purchasing gold and silver, and so on and so forth, right? Whoever puts the most effort in determining how to do so will be able to make more in capitalism. But in socialism, everybody's basically given the same portion. It does not matter who you are and what you're doing. So that's how the United States is moving more towards socialism, right? The United States is also moving towards communism in that same aspect, because once the Fed coin is released and the United States transitions from a paper currency to a digital currency, the United States is going to give you a digital wallet in which they're going to be able to track how you're spending the money, what you're spending the money on, what you can spend the money on, and all of the purchases that you make, right? So you're no longer going to have the freedom to be able to use paper currency or even a credit card or a debit card, which basically the banks can see, right? To be able to determine what you're spending your purchases on. They're going to basically be able to control everything that you're spending your stuff on, right? Which is moving more towards communism. Why is it moving more towards communism? Because at the end of the day, a communistic society, a society that's formed based off of communism, basically has a central government in control of what the people do, right? It's even going to get to a point where if you don't have the correct, not even the correct credit score, but based on how you are in society, how you act in society, how society sees you and deems you as a person, that is also going to determine how much money they're going to give you, right? Either how much money they're going to give you, or whether they're even going to be able to give you money at all, whether they're going to choose to give you money at all, right? So the one thing you have to understand is that at the end of the day, the United States is moving more towards socialism and communism in these aspects, because the reality of the situation is that they want to be more in control of how the people of the government are. So when people of the government, right, not only people of the government, people of the United States specifically, right, when they turn to other resources such as gold and silver, right, and crypto assets, the United States is offended, because at the end of the day, they want you to be bought into what the central government is doing. But the reality of the situation is that the central government is headed towards haywire. They don't want to tell you the truth in regards to why inflation keeps rising. As well, too, inflation is involved in this because, like I mentioned to you, as the value of the dollar decreases, inflation is increasing. And it's seen in all the prices, right? Gas prices are increasing. As you go to the store, you being able to purchase basic things, you'll have to spend more money just to be able to purchase it. They'll tell you a certain price on the price stand, but when you pay more, when you go to pay for it, it's probably a few extra cents or a few extra dollars more. That's because of inflation, right? And the prices are only going to increase. Why? Because it's going to be able to cost more to be able to purchase things at that rate because of the value of the dollar not being as high, right? The thing is that at the end of the day, communism and socialism are going to happen as inflation also increases, right? Because as inflation increases, the United States is going to move towards communism and socialism combined. They're going to combine it, right? So you have to be aware of things that are upcoming, right? The reality of the situation is that as the United States moves towards communism and socialism, they're going to try to control the people who are in possession of gold, silver, and Bitcoin. Not even only Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, any type of crypto asset, right? If we take a look back at history, right? Not even only did President Nixon take the dollar off the gold standard, but 11 years before the Bretton Woods Agreement was created in 1944, which basically put the dollar on the gold standard, gold was banned in the United States. Why was gold banned in the United States? Because gold was used as an inflation hedge, which is basically supposed to stop the individual who is in possession of gold from suffering from the decreasing purchasing power. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but President Franklin Delano Roosevelt at the time in 1933 basically banned gold. So as Franklin Delano Roosevelt banned gold, he basically made everybody that was in possession of gold to basically turn it up to the government, because he wanted the people of the United States to trust in the centralized banking system, even though the banking system was failing at the time, right? Because of the purchasing power being decreased because of inflation, right? The reality of the situation is that as the United States moves towards communism and socialism, with the Fed coin and being able to determine an equal proportion to be able to give to people, as well as how much they're going to give to people, they're going to want to eliminate things like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, because that's people's money, and it's not centralized. It's a decentralized network that a system that is outside of everybody's control in the world has access to. Even though the crypto asset market is volatile, the point is that the central government is not able to manipulate it like the way they're able to manipulate the dollar, right? The digital currencies. So they're going to want to get a hold of that and eliminate that, like they did in the past with gold and silver. Even gold and silver as well too. Even though people are allowed to own them right now, there's going to get to a point where they're going to start to ban gold and silver again, because they understand that it being an inflation hedge is going to basically cause a problem for them to be able to continuously manipulate the money and continue to print dollar bills, which is only going to debauch the currency and continue to devalue it, as well as decrease the purchasing power. So anybody that is in possession of gold and silver and is holding on to it to protect their purchasing power, they're going to want those people to turn it up, right? Or they'll result to excess force, which could result in any way, right? So the reality of the situation is that as the United States enters into communism and socialism, they're going to want everybody to turn in their inflation hedges. So be aware of that, and if you understand what's going on, you continuously purchase those inflation hedges to protect your purchasing power, to protect the value that you have within these assets that are either going to generate you cash flow or are going to protect you from what the central government has in store for us. If you understand, it's because you understand. If you do not understand, you do not understand. This is going to be the end of this video. If you like this video, make sure you go spam that like button, leave comments, share this video with your friends, subscribe to the channel at Financial eBucks, FINANCIALEBUKS. Tap the notification bell to get all the latest videos that I post. It's going to be the end of this video. Gotta take care. Financial family, we're out. Take care.